Dr. Travis Gratton with University Veterinary Care Center is joining us for today's pet advice. Dr. Gratton, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, I sometimes am guilty of just picking a little piece of meat here, maybe a little piece of dessert here, and tossing it on the floor to my dog, but I know I probably shouldn't be doing that.
Well, we all do, and as they become bigger and bigger parts of our families, you know, it's hard to avoid, so we just need to think a little bit about what we're giving them for treats and not just randomly. Hopefully they'll eat better than we do.
Yeah, there's hope for that. So what are some treats that are good for our pets?
Well, certainly with the garden season, you know, in full swing in the farmer's market and a lot of fresh local produce, there's lots of opportunities for the vegetables, which, you know, are good sources of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. You know, the berries and fruits, as long as you don't have problems with diabetic pet, with the sugars are certainly good. So there's lots of options out there that are good healthy foods that they can certainly have.
Now, how do you get your dog to eat veggies? Because that's one thing that my dog, she says thanks, but no thanks.
Most of them aren't too particular. Dogs are kind of omnivores. Cats are a little tougher, but most dogs, you know, will eat just about anything, or at least they'll take a sniff of it.
Yeah. Well, and I've heard that giving your dog a grape is a no-no. Is that true?
Yeah, grapes and raisins can certainly be a problem. Significant liver failure issues can occur from that, so those are one of the things we want to avoid. Cherries, because they have pits in them, which contains cyanide-like compounds. We definitely don't want to leave out a bunch of cherries. Peaches and other stone fruits are potential problems as well. We've had you know, dogs who have swallowed whole peach pits, and obviously that takes a little bit of surgical intervention to fix.
Well, so. Absolutely. That can't be very comfortable for the poor dog.
Yep, you would wonder why they would do that.
Yeah, exactly. What are some other considerations we need to be thinking about when we want to give our pet some treats?
Well, certainly with treats, you know, as long as they're happy or they're healthy foods, you know, nutritious foods, we just don't want to be adding to the total calories of the diet, because our pet populations, as we've talked in the past, are rather overweight in this country, like a lot of the rest of us. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure that we're not just adding calories on top of their regular calories. So if they're getting more treats, we get less of their food on those particular days, and just total intake. And then certainly if you have health problems like diabetes, you have kidney failure, you know, these pets obviously have a little more strict dietary guidelines that they need to be following, and following fairly rigidly.
So just like for us, everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. So treat them special, but think about what we're treating them with.
Okay, Dr. Gratton, thank you for being with us today. And if you'd like more information about University Veterinary Care Center, just head over to universityvetcare.com.